A very good morning, Mark. Here it's going on 8 a.m. Eastern Time. That's 12 noon GMT. It's Monday, the 16th of June. And let's have a look going into the US session, how the markets are standing. Starting on the US dollar index, down so far today. You can see that going into the US session. I've got resistance at 97.92 and we have support sitting at 97.46. US dollar index has been in a strong downtrend. Friday was a bit of a turnaround, a bit of an outlier day. US dollar fought back strongly. That in response to the Middle East conflict, we saw the US dollar strengthen, didn't last, gave up those gains late, and a gap up to start today. But you can see now the price sitting not very far from where it closed on Friday. But US dollar weakness continuing, selling US dollar at this point, and sellers will be looking to test this support at the 97.56. Buyers will be looking up at the 97.92 area. It's going to zoom in on the hourly. And there you can see what's happened. You can see US dollar has been sold off. That's in the European, late Asian, early European session. And here you can see over the past few hours, US dollar looking to fight or bounce back up off this support level at the 97.46. Let's have a look at the S&P, which was sold off on Friday. US S&P equity markets have been strong over the past few weeks, definitely in an uptrend. But then you can see on Friday, there's the sell-off we had on Friday. In pre-market trading, Wall Street will be opening up in an hour and a half from now. We do have demand, equity markets on the front foot. I've got support here at 6,034 and resistance sitting at 6,070. Buyers will be looking to maintain at this area, at this resistance area, and look higher at the 6,100. Sellers, of course, will be looking down at the support level here at 6,034. If I zoom in on the hourly, you can see so far there is demand going into into Wall Street opening up, and buyers looking at sitting at that 6,070, looking up at the 6,100 mark. Commodities, starting with gold. Gold strong on Friday. Safe haven, gold safe haven status coming into play. Today, 3,451. There's resistance sitting up there, and I've got support at 3,408. Red candlestick, but I've got a higher high and a higher low. But gold has been sold off so far to start today. If I look at the hourly, there you can see the downtrend on gold through the Asian European session. Support area around that 3,400. Buyers did step in. You can see that back up to the 3,420, followed by sellers, and now hanging around the support level. Sellers will certainly be looking to go below 3,400. Buyers, of course, will be looking back up at the resistance area of 3,451. Brent oil. Rallied very strong. The whole of last week was really strong, particularly on the last day of the week on Friday, again in response to the Middle East conflict. But you can see, even though $78.49 was the resistance, came down quite a bit to close at $74.50, gapped up to open the new week, but coming down and being sold right now. So support sitting at 73.34 and resistance at 75.49. Sellers will look to, if the sell-off that started today continuing, the sellers will be looking to test this support area. if we get a continuation of what we had the whole of last week, and that is oil rallying, first target on the upside will be today's high at $75.49. Bitcoin making a strong move today, pretty quiet last week, and hung around and unable to break below this 105,000 support. Today, 105,000 support, 107,200 resistance, just over $2,000 range. Buyers on the front foot, buyers looking to test this 107,000. Sellers, of course, will be looking to come and close below the 105,000 and come and look to test the support sitting at 102,000. But a strong start for Bitcoin. We'll see if that can be maintained during the US session. Good trading, and I'll see you at the end of the session.